let's talk about all the things that you need to be bringing with you to Army Basic Training. Hi, how's it going, everybody? My name is Sean Millett, and I went to Army Basic Training about 5 or 6 years ago, but honestly, not that much has changed on what you should be bringing to basic training, and I've even read up and caught up, so that way I'm up to date on my information. Make sure to leave a like on the video, comment something down below if you have any questions about what you should be bringing to basic training, or just anything military related in general. I'll do my best to answer those, and also please subscribe so you can see more military related content. And as I just said, I did some reading on this topic, so that way I am up to date. I'm going to be linking 1 or 2 of the articles in the description of this video, so that way you guys can reference it. One of the articles I read was put out by the National Guard, and it says everything I'm about to tell you to bring should be in a medium-sized gym bag, most likely just a normal-sized duffel bag. So as I'm talking about all the things that you need to be bringing with you, don't bring anything extra because it's just going to take up unnecessary space, and it might even just get confiscated as soon as you show up to training. Probably the first and most important category is self-identification. Others need to know you are who you say you are, and also 99% of the time you're going to be flying to your basic training site in that state, which means in order to fly in the US you need some sort of valid identification. I feel like one of the most common forms of ID, if you already have it, is a driver's license. If you have your driver's license, bring that. That's great. But I would never stop at just bringing one form of ID. I would bring some other hard proof, you are who you say you are. A birth certificate is another good one. Your social security card, bring that with, because it has your social security number on there, and you're going to need to know your social security number really well in the military. It's going to be on a lot of documents. You're going to need to type it in lots of times or write it down lots of times. So I would bring that definitely. Birth certificate, passport. Even if it's expired, sometimes that's an acceptable form of ID. And also, if you are a soldier that is already married or has been divorced, bring those, bring a copy of those, those license, the marriage license. You don't need to bring, you shouldn't have to bring the actual thing, but a copy of it would probably be best. So that way, if a copy of it gets lost, it's not the end of the world. You didn't lose the actual hard copy. But that can make a difference in pay while you're at training. And also, if you have any sort of dependents, maybe a copy of their birth certificate, just verifying that you do have dependents. I would imagine almost nobody has this prior to going to basic training. However, who knows, crazier things have happened. If you have your common access card, your military ID, bring that with you. You're going to need it, no doubt about it. And don't worry if you don't have a common access card. I honestly don't think you shouldn't before going to basic training, so don't sweat it. That's how it's supposed to be. Alright, now let's talk about probably the second most important thing, and I would classify that as toiletries and clothing. The best way you can look at your bag that you're packing, I would call a 48 to 72 hour bag. It's about a 2 to 3 day, what could get you by in the meantime. So say you're going to go somewhere for 2 to 3 days for a weekend. What are you most likely going to need throughout that time? Assuming that not much is provided for you. I think the most obvious is some shampoo and body wash. Keep it to a minimum. Don't get fancy with all these other products. You don't need conditioner as well and all this other stuff. Just body wash and shampoo. Bring a towel. As long as you bring one, that's the important part. If you have room for it, bring a second one. Also, bring some shower shoes. Most likely, you haven't spent much time in the military, if you even have at all, prior to going to basic training. Wherever you shower on a military base or installation, tens of hundreds of thousands of soldiers have showered in that shower before you. It's really gross. They don't always get cleaned to perfection. So definitely bring some shower shoes, because you never know what lives in the showers. Going back to that 48 to 72 hour concept, bring, I would say, 2 to 3 pairs of clothes, 3 to probably be safe, so 3 pairs of underwear, 3 pairs of socks, 3 shirts, 3 shorts or pants. Definitely bring a pair of sweatpants and a hoodie. Might get cold on the plane ride, or you might just want it for some extra comfort for the time that you're going to be wearing civilian clothing when you first get to training. And depending on what time of year it is, think about what time of year it is, and that could dictate a lot about what kind of clothing you bring. Another thing you should also think of is, when are you going to be getting done with training? If you're just going to basic training and you're going to maybe say start at the end of summer, it's going to be super warm, but in 10 weeks or 11 weeks when you get done with basic training, it might be starting to get a little cold based on where you're located and where you're going home to. So definitely think about that aspect. You might be wearing civilian clothing on your way home, so maybe bring some cold weather clothes. I also recommend bringing a pair of running shoes. You could just wear those and save the space, but if you have the space for it, throw them in your bag. However, I would recommend showing up to, like, as soon as you get on that base, you should already have those tennis shoes on, because you're probably going to be doing push-ups the minute or minutes after you get off that bus. And the last thing you want is to have some cowboy boots or some shoes that aren't even broken in yet, and now you're running around doing push-ups, all sorts of working out, and you don't have the proper shoes. I don't even know how it took me this long to think about it, but a toothbrush and some toothpaste, that goes without saying if you're a male soldier, a razor, and some shaving cream. You're going to be expected to shave every single day you are at training. And also bring some deodorant so you don't stink. You don't really need cologne at all. It would be great if all of that you can get kind of mini travel sizes, so that way you could save a lot of room, because again, you're only going to need like a 2 to 3 day supply, so you don't need to be bringing some gigantic tub of toothpaste or anything like that. Category number 3 is miscellaneous items. These just kind of go all over the place, but you should definitely bring these with you. If you have a cell phone, bring that with you. That's what you're going to be using to call your family. Mostly everybody has one nowadays. Also bring a phone charger and even a portable charger, because there's not always very many outlets and everybody's going to take them up first grabs. It's also nice to have a portable charger, so that way when your phones are away, they can be back at 100%, because nobody wants to be that soldier that their phone dies because it's been off for so long, they haven't charged it, and now when you get time to call your family for 5 minutes, you're not going to have enough time to even charge your phone and have a decent phone call. This isn't something that you're going to be bringing with you, but it's definitely something you should think about ahead of time. Earrings or piercings, take all those out prior to going to training, and also give yourself a military accepted haircut. I'm the perfect example right here. Oh, and also shave your face. I'm the perfect example because I didn't have drill this month, so lucky me, I get to grow everything out and wear earrings. Probably the most important thing that you should be bringing with you is $50 to $100 worth of cash, because think about it, you are going to be traveling, and they do give you some sort of meal cards or meal vouchers to use at the airports, but maybe you don't like what they have to offer you. And also, if you're more of a credit or debit card type of person, you could bring 1 or 2 of those with you if you so please. If you are on any sort of medication, please bring like a doctor's note that is signed off and everything ahead of time, saying that like you need that medication. Otherwise, if you just come with that, they are going to strip that away from you, and you're going to be without your medication for your entire cycle. If you wear eyeglasses or contacts, bring your actual glasses. Don't bring your contacts. I wouldn't even recommend it, because the military really likes when people just wear glasses instead of contacts. You're going to be going through the gas chamber at basic training, and if you're wearing contacts for that, they will melt to your eyes and it will not be a good day for you. Cough drops is another miscellaneous item. It's not necessary, this one. This is like the only thing I've talked about up to this point that's not required of you. Cough drops, you're going to be receiving a series of shots while you're at reception, and everybody's going to get pretty sick. So you can be ahead of the curve, already have some cough drops to make life a little better for you. And you can make a lot of money doing that by selling them to others, because most likely not everyone's going to be bringing cough drops until they get the chance to purchase some at training. Again, this is not required by any means, but thinking ahead, crazy situations happen all the time. Bring some snacks that you'll be able to get through TSA airport security, some granola bars, some protein bars, something that has lots of calories, is high in protein, that'll fill you up, so that way if whatever you run out of your money or some crazy event happens, a flight gets canceled and the military forgets about you, which shouldn't happen at all, but have some snacks so that way you can keep yourself fed. I believe that's truly all that you need. The only other thing I can think of is maybe some military documents. The recruiters are really good at helping soldiers that are going out to training with that. Also, if you've graduated college, bring that sort of degree with you, a copy of that, so that way they can get that uploaded when you're at reception. And also high school. I'm pretty sure it's a requirement to have a high school diploma or GED equivalent. Bring a copy of that. That never hurts. That way they know that you meet all the criteria. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that is everything that you need to have with you. Anything else is kind of just extra or unnecessary. Maybe there's a thing or two that I forgot about. Comment something down below if you think that I forgot anything, or if you have any questions about bringing you something. I'll be happy to answer that. And that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that I was able to help you out here. I know it can be a little bit of a headache and some stressful times before you go out to basic training. If you would like to see another video of mine, please click right here. And if you'd like to see a different video of mine, please click right here. Also, if you want to subscribe, if you're not subscribed yet to the channel, please click over here. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.